All right, team. Good morning. Good morning. I am awake. Uh sorry guys. The Super Bowl was last night, man, so I'm not going to start at my normal time this morning. My apologies. But honestly, I'm still mad the Chiefs won that game-ending call. The refs know what they did, man. Like, let's just be honest here. Calling that holding call against the Eagles, where it was very suspect, completely changed the game. Even it's bad when the announcers are upset. It's bad when the announcers are like, "Yo, why did they call that?" That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, let's take a look at the market here, which looks to be bouncing up a little bit today. Uh, gapping up a little bit on the SPY, Google up a little bit, Tesla is sitting up a little bit. It's at 199s. But good morning, team. Hope you guys are doing great today. Let's go ahead and get our poll numbers in. Like I said, we're running a little bit slow. CPI drops tomorrow. It is CPI week. That'll be crazy influential. Yeah, we got Palantir earnings. Hey, what's up, DK Jedi? And I know Mahomes is the bigger QB and all that stuff, but I don't know if I agreed with those calls. I'm not sick. I just didn't get enough sleep last night, man. But I'm not sick. Oh yeah, stuff's been going on with me. I'm not sick at all. I feel fine. Uh, yeah. All right, we're awake. I'm gonna say, did you agree with the Super Bowl result? There, I'm gonna say the CPI come in higher or lower tomorrow. Higher, lower. And then as expected is gonna be the option. Vote on the poll. I know we're a little bit late. Yeah, Ford is one of the ones that didn't really get hit that much. Google bouncing back a little bit. Microsoft all the way back up to 260s. We're still in lift, but it's a small trade. Yeah, it was. It was a great game until the refs made the game deciding call over a really suspect holding call right at the 2 minute line at the end of the game, bro. It would have given the Eagles time to make a return drive, but the refs decided, the game for us. Again, that's two Super Bowls in a row where right in the last 5 minutes there's been a game defining suspect call, phantom call out of nowhere that didn't really make any sense for the more famous quarterback's team. It's happened a lot, I'm not one to be a conspiracy theorist with it, I guess, but it happens a lot. But we're up. All right, looking at our poll numbers, 60% think the CPI is going to come in higher out of about 30 votes. Vote on the poll, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Whew, didn't get enough sleep. That's for sure. Oh, I went to my eye doctor, man. So I went to my eye doctor. All right. And my eye doctor basically said that I think I told you guys actually. My eye doctor basically said that I need some computer glasses, that I have a astigmatism, and that is what's making my eyes hurt. That it's nothing else. It's just a astigmatism in my eyes where when I'm focusing on things very up close to me, it gives me a headache because I have astigmatism in my eye. And so she wrote me a prescription for computer glasses that don't alter my nearsighted vision, so they're not going to give me headaches like that, but they're going to fix the astigmatism I have up close, and that should make the headaches completely go away and the eye pain completely go away. And so I'm supposed to go pick those up sometime this week. We'll see how that goes. Can y'all hear the music? You should be. Oh no, you can't. There you go. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee right now. Oh. How do you know if CPI is being priced in? Well, you look at what the CPI expectation is, and then you look at what the market reaction has been since the expectation came out, and you see if they correlate with each other. Is probably how you want to do it. Tesla almost up to 200 again at 199 right now. SPY at 408.60s, gapping up a little bit on the day. Not a huge amount, but gapping up some. Again, a lot of people are going to be waiting. A lot of people are going to be waiting for CPI this week. It'll be wildly influential. All right, what's up, Hanfield? Whew. Yeah, I didn't quite get enough sleep last night. That's all right. Gonna wear these blue. Oh, they're also gonna put blue blocking glasses in my prescription. We'll see if that helps. Hey, what's up, Architect Beach? Yeah, that's all right. It can be neutral. So did you guys agree with the Super Bowl outcome? Bro, I know people are super angry at the refs. Super angry with the refs, man. All I know is that Philly is upset, you know. They lost to the Astros in the World Series. They lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Honestly, though, the Chiefs have some great defense, man. Is really what it is. The Chiefs' defense is on point. I got to give them credit. Yeah, I should get that. One day I ordered one of those screen blockers. Nah, I mean for the Eagles, who are a high scoring team, man. I thought the Chiefs defense looked good. Yeah, well, I have some fixed lighting here on this computer. It's called night light. It helps my eyes for sure. Hey, what's up, Mimi? What's up, Clinton? Yeah, I originally ordered some of those glasses things. Bro, honestly, I'm at a I have a conundrum on what I should do with this, man. So basically, look at Google pop up. So we are in Google. Remember, we are in Google. So basically, for Christmas, I ordered my daughter a phone, right? Something happened where I accidentally ordered my daughter 2 phones for Christmas, right? I ordered her 2 iPhones. I'm not buying her a used phone anymore because she's gone through like 3 phones in the last year and she breaks each one. And so I'm not buying her a new one. I buy her a used one, right? Well, during the holidays, something happened where I guess this is what happened. And I'm honestly kind of PO'd about it, right? So I order one phone and it's 3 days before Christmas, right? And I order one phone, and after I order it, the seller sends me a message and says, "Hey, this phone, the phone broke. I'm gonna have to, or the phone's not turning on. I'm gonna have to cancel your order." And I said, "Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and cancel it." And so he canceled the order. And he was like, "Hey, this is the last one I have." And I said, "Okay, fine, no worries. Just go ahead and cancel it." And then I went to somebody else, and I bought a phone from somebody else, right? Well, then when I check Amazon a day later, the original dude that sent me the message that was like, "Hey, the phone's not broken," notified that he shipped out the phone, right? And so it says the phone was shipped. He put out tracking numbers and everything, right? And when I checked the tracking, like recently, it says that the phone was delivered here, right? It says the phone was delivered here, but we never got the phone. The tracking said the phone was delivered. We never actually got the phone. We got the other phone that I bought, right? And so then when I check it, it's like, well, I never got this phone, but it says it was delivered here. What's going on? And this is a seller that's got like 20,000 reviews. And so this isn't like some scammer seller or anything like that. This is a legit seller. So like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if they really did send me a phone and somebody stole it out my front door. I don't know if like he didn't really send a phone. He just got his numbers mixed up, but they're charging me $400 anyway. I don't know, but I know I'm down like $500 in this deal. And like, I don't know what to do. So far, I've just kind of been like, oh, well, and just kind of taking the hit. But like, I'm not really happy about spending $500 on some phantom phone that I've never seen. I don't know what to do. I know Amazon's so pro buyer that I could probably go to Amazon and be like, "Yo, I never got this phone. Like, he never sent me a phone. It was something else. I never got a phone. Like, nothing came in." But then if I really did, and Carol's known that in an effort to make things look clean around here, to like just take stuff and just throw it in some random spot in my house. Like, Carol's very known for that. So like, I can't say that's outside, of the possibilities here. I can't say that didn't happen, because that might have happened. Carol's known to grab stuff and just randomly toss it somewhere and like never to be seen again, The tracking says it was delivered here 2 days before Christmas, Yeah, if the market crashes, I'll just scoop up some really cheap stuff, man. Crash or no crash? I really don't know, man. Yeah, part of me is just kind of like, screw it. I'm just going to keep it like this and then just write it off. It'll be a business expense. Whatever. Price of doing business, We got a Ring camera, bro. We got a Ring camera. But again, it's one of those things where like we got one, but we had so much stuff getting shipped here from Amazon during the holidays that, like, we don't know what happened, man. You know. All right, so Tesla pulled it back a little bit. SPY dipping down some. Google down there as well. CPI, you think? I don't know, bro. We'll see, man. Hey, what's up, Steve? Yeah, nobody knows what the market's going to do. Nobody does, bro. Like, we can only guess and speculate on it. And you know, again, we have no idea. I can tell you what I'm holding right now. I'm holding Ford. I'm holding Google. We are holding a few little things right now. And we're nicely green today. I mean, you can see we're up in Ford. We're break even we're break even in Ford. We're green in Google. Should I cut? I'm holding some nonsense penny stocks that I probably should just unload. I'm holding Lyft as well. I could add to Lyft. You know, I got the money to add to it if I really need to. I don't know what to do, to be honest. Yeah, we trade a little bit of everything, man. We trade crypto, stocks, futures. Why is everybody against crash in this channel? I just said I wouldn't mind a crash. Listen, if we crash, I could scoop up discounts. I'm not against that necessarily. I'm not holding anything that's going to get, like, hurt. Again, I've said this once, I'll say it again. People act like I'm just super anti-crash. I'm really not. What I've been telling people is we don't have to crash. Like, my issue with people that I've seen on this stream, my issue is that over the last, like, 3 months, bro, we get people coming into this stream and they say, hey, we have to crash. They say, hey, we're gonna crash. We have to crash. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't think we have to do anything. I think we can do either one. I think it's possible we crash. And I think if we crash, it's going to be tomorrow. But what I'm saying is that it's not like a certainty. Like, you got a lot of bears that are like, we have to crash, you know, and they say it's sell, and they're yelling at everybody to sell. And I don't necessarily think that's the healthiest thing for traders. I think I've heard a lot of people call a lot of crashes, and then we don't crash, and then it's just kind of crickets afterwards. It's the same type of thing where you get people coming in here and they're like, oh, buy this penny stock, it's gonna go up. And then somebody else is like, hey, you probably shouldn't tell people to buy stuff. And they're like, oh no, it's gonna go up. And then it crashes down, and then it's crickets from those people. They don't ever really show their face here again. And so it is what it is. I don't believe in pressuring anybody to do anything. I think we could crash. I think it's possible we crash. I think it's also just as much possible we don't crash and the inflation data comes in lower than expected and the market pushes up. Again, I'm not saying what we're going to do. I really don't know. And I think you have to have it in that mindset where you just don't know, because trying to act like you do know and then taking huge positions based off of faulty logic is just going to get you in trouble. You know, that's kind of how you have to look at it, I think. Do you guys want me to cover Palantir earnings this evening? Yeah, dude. I mean, hey. Yeah, it'll probably be sideways today, Angel, because generally CPI days and weeks prior to CPI coming out are usually pretty sideways, man. Pretty neutral, you know. Yeah, we'll see what Powell does. CPI day. Hey, we should hit 100,000 this week, guys. We should. We're gonna hit it by Thursday for sure. I think we'll probably hit it tomorrow. 100K. We need like 300 subs to hit 100K, right? So I think we'll probably hit that tomorrow. I'm just kind of patiently waiting for this, though, you know. What's up, Johnny? Every time I say Johnny, I feel like I'm talking to the guy from Starship Troopers. Great movie. I watched that with my daughter. My daughter watched that with me when she was like 12, and she loved it. She loved Starship Troopers. It was great. She loved the humor in it. She loved she loved the cheesiness of it, as well as like the action of it. It was just a great movie. Of course, we skipped some scenes. There were some scenes, like the tent scene, that she could never watch right now. But aside from those, she loved it, man. It was great. You know, she was into it. She had fun watching it. She's even like, yeah, we should let your brother watch it with us. And I was like, no, not for a few years. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those movies I had to be like, no, you're gonna like it. She's my sci-fi buddy. Like, she watches sci-fi with me. And like, I had to fight. I had to argue with her. I was like, hey, you want to watch Starship Troopers? It's good. I was like, there's some scenes you can't watch. I'm gonna have to pause it and fast forward it, and you're gonna have to look away at some scenes. But like, aside from that, watch the movie. It's great. She was like, she finally, you know, was like, all right, it loved it. She's wanted to watch it at least once a year since then. She's come at me bugging me to watch it with her. Hey, nice Mads. Yeah. Yeah, the last 300, man. It's just a slow week, though, man. That's what it is. Like, it's just a slow week. Like, with us covering, like, our channel is mostly an economic channel, right? With us covering this type of stuff, it's just kind of slow sometimes. You know, like some weeks are just quiet. Like this past week, last week we had no big earnings except for Disney, and Disney is one of the smallest earnings that we do. Surprising, but like Disney, people just don't care about Disney earnings as much. It's a Disney's number 30 in the S&P 500. You know, the top 10 stocks will make moves for sure in terms of market, but like aside from that, it's kind of slow. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna run to the restroom here. All right, I'm gonna ask a question. Let me know in chat. What kind of reaction will we get to CPI tomorrow, team? What kind of reaction will we get to CPI tomorrow? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Whew. Every time I walk away. No, I didn't see any of the Starship Troopers 2, bro. They're kind of like Tremors, man. Where I guess the movies initially did make enough money to justify sequels to Starship Troopers and Tremors, and but they developed a cult following, and so all the associated sequels and like movies that were based on those worlds afterwards were just horrible. All of them, bro. Tremors 2 was but like Starship Troopers 2 was just bad, bro. It was just not good, man. It was just not good. You know. Like I can't even I watched 10 minutes of them. I'm like, all right, we're turning this off. You know? All right, hold on. All right, guys. So we got Tesla dipping down a little bit. Google's still moving up some. You know, you'll love to see it. Hopefully, it continues here. Yeah, there were terrible sequels, bro. And I loved the original. Yeah, I'm still in Lyft. I'm down like $13 in my Lyft trade. So I mean, it could be worse, but like it's all good, man. It really is. You know. So we're in Lyft right now. Again, we are down 14.75 currently. And again, I'm still within I'm still within 10% of my entry on Lyft. And so I'll probably just sit on this. You know, Lyft is down to 10. I think Lyft is a big enough company to justify just kind of sitting on it. If I lose, even if I lost everything on this position, it'd be less than $300. And so it's kind of one of those things where I don't mind sitting on this thing for now, trying to give it time to come back. And if it goes against me, it's not the end of the world. But if it goes in my favor, great. You know, that's kind of what I'm looking at. You know, and again, we'll see. I don't think so. Too much MP. Yeah, I'll probably just sit on it. Again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money, team. Nobody knows what any of these are going to do. We're all just kind of guessing here. You know, but we're in them right now. We'll see if we get some nice moves. Again, Google's bouncing back. That's an optimistic sign. We're still down in Google, but, you know, my plan is just to hold that thing. And do we have Indian CPI coming out today? Is it this morning for Indian CPI? Is it? Ooh, it is. 5.9% is what they're expecting. 5.9% for Indian CPI. It's about to drop right now. Let's see what it showed up as. 5.9% was the expectation here. 5.9% was what was expected here. Again, let's see what it showed up as. We got it up. Let's refresh. Oh, yeah, again, CPI just showed up at 6.5%. So lower than expected for Indian CPI. 6.5% versus 6.9% expected. So 6.5% versus 6.9% expected. So about 0.4% lower than expected here for CPI, which is good. You know, it's good. Less than expected CPI for India. It is kind of, I mean, the market's bouncing on this data. I don't know if it's bouncing from this data, but the market's going up a little bit. And again, I guess that's about as good as we can want it to be. Lower than expected data here is generally positive. So that's what we got so far. AI on my radar. Yeah, what's some other good AI stocks outside of Microsoft and Google? Because I've been kind of getting into AI. I wouldn't mind some. It's gonna be high. Hey, we'll see. C3. What's the symbol? All right, look at Tesla dipping pretty big here. Google's still up today, though, so we are green on our Google trade today. Uh, BBAI, SOUN, AI. Okay, thank you, Danny. I appreciate the symbols. Appreciate it. Helpful. Yeah, I'll research those. I appreciate it. Again, SPY gapping up today. So SPY is up a little bit today, so that's nice to see. All right, so SPY up to almost 408.50s here. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, so CPI, guys, if y'all don't understand what this is, it's the consumer price index. It's the level, it's the inflationary data on the buyer side. It's the biggest drop we usually have. It's the biggest stream we generally have every week or every month. It comes out once a month, like all the other consumer data or all the other inflation data metrics. It comes out once a month. And yeah, it'll be influential. It'll move markets for sure. That's going to change everything today. So that drops tomorrow. So be ready. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We will stream the entire thing like we always do here. Every time we stream the entire thing. Yeah, we got Bowman speaking today. I was thinking about trying to stream that. What do you guys think? Should I stream Bowman's speech? I was trying to stream last time, but I was trying to stream the last one, but it was hard to find with Williams last week. I was trying to stream it. Tesla dipping. Yeah, Tesla pull it back to this major support level, which I think will be relevant right around 197.50s. 197.50 seems interesting. Tesla dipping down to that spot. Yeah, so again, higher CPI level will mean higher inflation. Tesla dip. Yeah, there's a lot of EV ads. So yeah, just be careful shorting any of those big things, man. All right, guys. So yeah, so Tesla started to bounce back again. It pulled back to that support level we talked about. Uh, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what goes higher. I'm patiently waiting here. We'll see. Any interesting earnings this week? We got some earnings, nothing really big though. Like we have some, nothing today really, except for maybe Palantir this evening. So we got Palantir, we got Avis this evening. Aside from that, no. That's basically all the big ones this week. Nothing else major that we should really want to talk about. To be honest, here, everything else is pretty dull. We got Coca-Cola tomorrow morning. We got some stuff, but again, that's going to be pretty much overshadowed by the CPI report coming out. So but yeah, we got Coca-Cola tomorrow. We got Airbnb tomorrow evening. Wednesday, we got Roblox, Krispy Kreme, Kraft. And then tomorrow we've got, Wednesday, we got Shopify, Roku, Cisco in the evening. We maybe cover, let me see what number. I'd really like the AI to get to the point where I could ask the AI these questions. I'm asking what number is Shopify on the S&P 500? Like what's the weight of it? If anybody knows, let me know. What's the weight of Shopify? Yeah, I'm trying to find the weight. I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, I'm trying to find the weight. I don't. Shopify's got to be on the S&P 500, right? Let me see. Percentage of shop. There we go. Well, that's that question. Hopefully we'll get something, Let's see what percentage of Shopify, S&P 500. Maybe it's not on the S&P 500. I don't know. Let me know. Chat, help me out here. Yeah, we've been growing very quickly, man. Very fast. Yeah, like we're growing quick. It's just slow right now. This past week was slow, but like aside from that, we've been growing very fast. There's one earnings this week that overshadows everything. I cleaned out the sheds and weekend, and the miss told me that. Hey, this weekend was fun for me. S&P 500.97 after US 30. Yeah, let me look. I can look at the list. Stocks. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is the list of stocks on the S&P right now. Here it is on Wikipedia. Bro, it's not in order, bro. Why wouldn't they put this in order? Who cares about aid? Did they really? Whoever did that is wrong. All right, so we got Apple. Looking for Shopify now. So the S&P 500 list is Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway, the other Tesla, Exxon, United Health Group, Johnson & Johnson, JP Morgan, Meta, Visa, Procter & Gamble, Home Depot, MasterCard, Chevron, Merck. We got a bunch of other ones. Disney at 29. So I'm looking for Shopify. It's got to be listed here, right? Shopify is on S&P 500. It's got to be, right? I would assume so. If it is on here, though, it's not a big one. So I don't know if we'll cover it. It needs to have a cult following, or it needs to. I put up a poll here. Is Shopify on the S&P? Yeah, do me a favor, hit that like button. No shop on the S&P. Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see it. I don't see it listed. So, which means that we're not going to really cover those earnings on. We're not going to stream them. It's just not worth it. Google breaking highs. SPY just tapped up, broke 408.80s here. So SPY just broke 408.80s. Yeah, again, vote on the poll, guys. We got consumer prices today, so it'll be interesting. It'll be relevant. We'll see what happens. I use Shopify for my website. Yeah, I don't think there's too much value in Shopify, though. The problem with Shopify is this, right? Is that Shopify is used, but if you're Amazon, like, you're going to beat Shopify in a lot of ways. A lot of Shopify is just used for drop shipping, and most of drop shipping is just kind of like a scam. No offense. I'm not saying it's a scam, right? Let me find a better way to put this. Drop shipping is overly saturated. It's one of the get rich from home things that like fake gurus sell people in order to convince them to buy their courses, right? So it's like, my guess is more money is actually made from selling courses on how to drop ship than from actually drop shipping. And there's a million drop shipping gurus out there trying to teach you how to get rich, and it's all just total nonsense, fugazi BS. I'm not saying you can't make money drop shipping, but like one thing you'll see them do is like, you'll see these gurus and they'll post their actual gross income, right? Like, you make 100K in gross income drop shipping, you might seem like, oh, that's amazing, that's great, wow, 100K, right? The net profit of that 100K is going to be like 15K, and so it's like 100K doesn't mean anything. If you made 100K in a year drop shipping, you made 15K, right? Just doesn't do anything. It's not, but again, don't tell that to the people slanging courses on them. That is mostly what Shopify is. Like, the only people that buy from Shopify generally, and I'm sorry if this is anybody here, again, I don't mean to push buttons, I'm just being honest about it. The only people really using Shopify are drop shippers, and again, I don't know if I trust that entire business being propped up on that. again, it's just not something I necessarily trust. Again, if I'm wrong here, correct me. I'm open to hearing it. But yeah. Dude, Shopify owns you too, though, in Cal. You think Shopify can't change their rules in a heartbeat if they want to, bro, and take more of your profit or whatever it is? Like, in the end, it doesn't matter. Like, Shopify's the same thing, you know? Ford pulling down hard? Yeah. No, it's not. What? Are you looking at the same chart as me? Look, here's Ford. Sure, Ford is pretty much neutral in the day. I mean, it's not. I mean, we're down. Like I said, I talked about it earlier. We're down very small amounts on Ford. And again, this is a longer term play. Look at SPY, push it up. SPY up to almost 410 again. Again, we're in Google right now. Google's up really nicely today too, almost up to 96. So we'll keep it. Yeah, and I'm not saying this. A lot of people take the positions I make and they'll magnify any drop because they want me to be wrong for whatever reason. But like overall, my swing trades have just been wildly profitable. And anybody that watches the stream knows that. You know, definitely top 3 greatest ever of all time, right here for sure. Top 3. Maybe you're talking about the other Ford, the actual FORD, but that's not down either. Yeah, but Shopify, man, again, most of Shopify is drop shipping, and I just don't know if I trust them to have the entire business propped up on mostly drop shippers. And again, if you can use them and make money, more power to you, brother. I'm not against you there. I just don't trust the stock, if that makes sense, right? Like you might make money from Shopify, that's great. I just don't trust the stock. You know, I don't trust an entire business getting propped up on mostly drop shippers who are not really scamming people, but it's close. People, you know, you could argue against that and be wrong sometimes. So you know, I don't know. For Shopify, I just don't trust it. I've never been a big Shopify buyer. I just don't trust it well enough. When I buy a company, I just need it to be safe, and I don't know if Shopify is necessarily safe. Yeah, listen, again, I might be wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely might be wrong. Look at the market rip up here. So SPY push it up. Let me see what's causing this rip here. Apple's moving up, but it's not dragging the market up. Microsoft's moving up nice. Amazon is moving up, but I don't know if it's causing this pump either. I'm not sure. Yeah, like I said, maybe I'm wrong. Tomorrow's not fake CPI, it's the real CPI. Now, how relevant CPI will be for market activity and how legitimate the data is a completely different story. That's up to you to determine. But CPI is massive for markets. It's the biggest catalyst we have all month is CPI. You know, maybe you could argue for the rate hike decision being larger than that, but it's mostly CPI is usually the biggest thing. And we are pumping up on Google, ripping up, breaking highs, SPY moving up, breaking highs. ADP. Yeah, Microsoft looking good here. Look at the SPY ripping up. Tesla been moving up over the last like 10 minutes or so as well. So yeah, Aaron has been tweeting this weekend here. Yeah, Valentine's Day pump. Hopefully the market looks good, bro. I'm hoping we do. And I'm hoping the market is solid for this. I hope we get a pump for CPI, man. I hope we go up. Again, everybody's screaming crash, right? So generally I like to take the other side if everybody's yelling crash. But right now, again, I don't know. I think the market, even if the market pulls back, hopefully we'll still be okay. But like, I don't know what we're going to get here. Yeah. Ron, AMC CEO, has been talking. Yeah. All right, guys. So again, Google just broke highs again. Google looks good today, man. Again, we'll see what happens. But Google's looking solid today. We'll see if it continues to pump up. Again, the CPI report is what affects everything the most here. So we'll see what that shows up as. I'm ready. Yeah, I had the father-daughter dance with my daughter yesterday. It was fun, man. You want to see some pictures? It's fun. Look. We'll put some pictures up here. Chat GPT bot market predictor. Well, is that a new one that I missed? I know we have the original one, but the original one lives in like 2018 or in 2021. I mean, so So is it a new one that can actually look at stock market data, or is it something they're planning on doing? Is it something that they're planning on coming out with, or like what's supposed to happen here? So yeah, here's the father-daughter dance. I had the father-daughter dance with my daughter over the weekend, bro. Honestly, it sucked really bad because like my tooth hurt. Like I might have to get my tooth pulled, and so my tooth hurts, man. My tooth hurts. Like I went to the dentist. I had a root canal in this tooth done like 5 or 6 years ago, and they did the root canal. I might just get this tooth pulled because it's one of my back teeth. It's my bottom back teeth, so nobody can really see it anyway. So I might get it pulled and just get a tooth implant put in there. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying crash, man. I don't know. There's a new one. Is it actual Chat GPT, or is it just one of the copycats? Yeah. Like he's like, hey, we could do another root canal. I'm like, nah, man. Like just pull that thing, dude. Man, SPY breaking highs again. Hey, what's up, Chris? Yeah, man, the parade's this weekend, bro. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna pull it. They said they said that they're gonna pull it and then put something else in there. Here's the general question though: how bad is this gonna hurt? I'm supposed to get one at 10:30 today. I'm supposed to get this tooth pulled, but like, how bad is this thing gonna hurt? And how long is it gonna hurt? I would have got it pulled already. Yeah, for sure. I'm not trying to get another root canal. Yeah. Like again, I'm kind of scared to get this tooth pulled. I'm not really one. Honestly, in my whole life, I've only had two cavities. In my first cavity, I got my first cavity when I was like 30 something. You know, I was like 30. And honestly, the last trip to the dentist was just strange, bro. It was just strange. Okay. Like, I go to the dentist and they're like, yeah, you got to get a root canal done. And I'm like, okay, fine. You know, let's like whatever. And so I go get this root canal done. And then during the root canal, like the nurse is like rubbing my arm and like going like, ooh. And at a certain point, I felt so awkward. I just kind of sat there. I told Carol about it, but she was getting way too into it, you know? And part of me is like, okay, well, maybe this is something they do with patients. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're just nice like this, and this is something they do with patients. But the more I thought about it over time, I'm sitting there like, that was kind of strange. Like if a guy did that, he would be in so much crap right now, bro. They would freak out. Maybe she had a tooth fetish. Is my question. Maybe that's what it is. But anyways, I got my root canal done like 6 years ago, and they put it in, but they never actually put the crown in afterwards because we moved after that, and so we never actually got it done. You know. No, like she was rubbing my stomach, she was rubbing my arms, and she was getting way too into it. Like it got to the point where I was uncomfortable, you know. Um, all right, Google's still moving up. It's at almost 96 this year. Let's see if it can break. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind, bro. Like I had the whole root canal done. I didn't take any. They didn't give me laughing gas. They didn't give me any of that stuff. I just had the whole root canal done. I just kind of sat there. Yeah, bro. Like Carol wasn't there, you know, but I told Carol about it afterwards. And like they're messing with my teeth, so I didn't want to be like, "Yo, stop this. This is weird," you know. But it was weird, you know. It was very strange. I still remember it to this day, and this was like 4 or 5 years ago. And I remember getting there, and like again, the general consensus I had afterwards was like, maybe she had a tooth fetish, you know. Chat GPT, dang GPT, yeah. It was weird. It was weird. Like I said, it was unexpected, and it was strange to me, you know. And I would have understood, like, listen, if she was acting like that and I had come in there and I was like super scared and super nervous and like, you know, jittery and weird, that would have been one thing. But I wasn't scared at all, bro. I was just kind of like, all right, let's get this done, you know, like do whatever you got to do. Uh, and so I don't know, man. It was, again, I told Carol about it. Carol was like, yeah, you know, Carol was like, yeah, that's not, you know, she shouldn't have done that. And I was like, yeah, no. Hey, good luck, James. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, I'm not like disappointed about it or anything. It was just kind of weird. And I would have told her to stop. But again, it was kind of one of those things where like they were working on my teeth, you know? And so it's like if I did tell her, I'd have had to been like, you know, and it just I don't know. Um, it got to the point where I didn't go back because again, they were supposed to put a crown on, and then I just never got it fixed, and because it was just weird. And so I had it's my back tooth. It's like right here, so it's like nobody can see it anyway. So I was just kind of like, don't worry about the crown. You can't see it. If I smile, you still can't see it. You know. Since then, I'm just kind of like, dentists, man. I don't know how I feel about them. Like, my problem with dentists is, like, I'm not saying dentistry work isn't, like, the entire thing is unnecessary. But, like, a lot of cavities will close back up if you just brush your teeth well. Like, if you just brush your teeth well and effectively, a lot of the small cavities will close back up themselves. You don't need to get fillings for those, right? But you go to a dentist, and the dentist is just like, yeah, you got 4 cavities. Let's fill all of them. And it's like, it's just unnecessary, right? You could just brush your teeth effectively and they'll close back up themselves. You don't need to go to the dentist and spend $1,000 getting all these, little bitty cavities filled. You can just brush them and they'll go away for the most of the time, at least. But it's like, I think sometimes dentists need to justify their business, right? So they, I'm not saying all dentistry is unnecessary. I think there's important parts of dentistry, like, again, like getting teeth pulled, root canals, dental implants, all necessary, braces, all super necessary. But I think when you got like a small dentist that doesn't really do too much stuff and they don't really have too many customers, I think sometimes they, like, oh, let's get all these 6 cavities filled. Maybe I'm not, though. Again, y'all can correct me. No, this was before YouTube, bro. Like I said, this was like 5 to 6 years ago. If we did have the channel back then, which we might have, we would have had like 200 subs, or something small like that, I don't know. Maybe I'm just skeptical of dentists. I've only had 3 cavities my whole life. First one I got, I was like 33. And I've been to the dentist a lot, at least once every like 3 years. Up until that trip, I had no cavities, my whole life. Which is kind of surprising because my dad doesn't really have the best teeth, man. My dad's teeth are struggle. But like, my teeth are all right. Hey, what's up, Richard? Yeah, like I said, I could be wrong here. This is just my own personal, my own personal experiences. So I could be wildly wrong, and maybe I'm just biased. Certainly possible. Let's look at our numbers here. Let's look at our numbers. Does CPI come in higher or lower tomorrow? 48% think higher, 29% think lower, 23% think as expected here. We're going to do a poll on Twitter as well, I think. Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking, James. I'm probably just going to get that thing pulled, man, and just not even worry about whatever is after that, But again, how uncomfortable is that? Well, yeah, chiropractors, it's understandable to be skeptical. It's so polarized with chiropractors, though. Like, you got some people that are like, oh, they're the lifeblood of society. I don't know if anybody says that. But still, chiropractors, it's like some people really love them. And then other people are like, it's a complete scam. You know what I mean? And I don't know which one I am. I don't think I'm either. I've been to the chiropractor. And the chiropractor's like gotten mad at me. He's like, no, you need to come back here. And it's like, bro, all I really need to do is have better posture. Having better posture like this can, like, me sitting upright, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about chiropractors. I've been before. It usually hurts to go get stuff done. And I don't notice any difference in how I feel afterwards. And I think a lot of it could be placebo. But maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I don't know. I just never felt the need to go pay them money. But maybe when I get older, I will. Yeah, I'm the type of person that I can crack my back very easily without a chiropractor. I can just pivot my hips and crack my back pretty well. I don't need to go to a chiropractor to do that. Google's still moving up here. It's at 9560s here. Yeah, every time I've gone, it hurts. Carol goes to one regularly, but You know what I've been doing here? Carol called me crazy, man. I've been doing cold water therapy. Like, I've jumped in my pool at night at least once a week for the last couple weeks. I'm jumping there. I jump in the pool. It's super cold outside, what I do. And I'll sit in there for like 5 minutes. I don't know if I notice any inherent difference, though. Does the market hold gains today? Or do we get choppiness today? I think there's a big argument that we might just be sideways and neutral today. I don't know how big the market's going to move right now. I really don't. Yeah. Well, no. It's the pool I'm using is definitely cold enough. Again, this is only when it's cold, so the pool's got to be like 20 degrees, like 25 degrees, at night. Whenever it's like 30 or 40 outside, the pool's got to be colder than that. And so it's only when the pool's really cold. The other thing they say is good is when you're taking a shower at night, the last 30 seconds pivot to cold water for the last 30 seconds. So when you're in the shower, you're taking a warm shower, the last 30 seconds turn it to really cold. They say, again, I don't know how accurate this is, but they say, I heard somebody say that that will get rid of about 30% of your colds and illnesses. Is if you could, again, it could, I don't know how they found that number though. That's the only questionable part of it. Uh, but they say that helps. And I guess it makes sense. Cold water therapy makes sense because, like, what's healthy to humans is what our hunter-gatherer ancestors did, right? So what foods are healthy for us are like what hunter-gatherers picked. So like berries are superfoods. Why are they superfoods? Is because our hunter-gatherer ancestors walked around and had access to berries, right? So it's the least foreign food to our body that our bodies are used to. So it reduces inflammation, as to where like things that our body is not used to cause inflammation, like cigarettes or processed sugar or white flour. Like all that stuff causes inflammation because it's foreign to our bodies. Like it's stuff historically that our bodies have not had access to. And so in that regard, cold water therapy kind of makes sense because it's like if you think about what our hunter-gatherer ancestors were doing, they were probably out there eventually like jumping in ponds and lakes that were pretty cold sometimes, right? And so I'm sure there's going to be some, you know, so there could be an argument for it reducing inflammation and making you overall healthier. But again, I don't know. I can only go by what people tell me. Will cold or boil be the winner this week? I don't know. Again, CPI is going to be the big determining factor. CPI tomorrow is going to move markets more than any other catalyst we've had in the last few weeks. The only other arguable one would be the rate hike decision on the 1st. So about 2 weeks ago, we had the rate hike decision. If you look back at what happened during that rate hike decision here, again, it was on the 1st. So if you look back, let's find it. So the rate hike decision came out here. So the rate hike decision actually caused a pretty positive response. Here's the rate hike day. So there's the rate hike decision. Again, very positive response here for it. And so, again, hopefully becoming lower than expected for CPI. India just dropped their CPI numbers, and they came in lower than expected today as well. Market is green, but last week was a little bit red over the last few days. Like Friday, we were neutral. The day before that, we were pretty red on the SPY. But at the same time, it is understandable, I think, because the market has just been up so much. Like here's a 20-day chart. The SPY is very strong relative to this, right? So relative to the last couple months, the last few weeks has been very strong. Again, here's a 90-day chart. You can kind of see that we're actually very green over the last 90 days. 90 days ago, we were at 370s. So far, we are at 410s essentially here. If you look at a 10-day chart, you can see we're green on a 10-day chart. We are green on a 20-day chart. And overall, I think prior to those big drops over the last couple of days, the market was already up so much that I think a correction was something that many people considered to be likely, myself included. Like if you heard me talk last week, I said, hey, I think we're a little bit extended to the upside. I think we might pull back a little bit. And that's exactly what we got. But it wasn't a huge pullback so far. And again, it doesn't mean anything yet. Tomorrow is going to move everything for the most part. So again, we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, we got the inflation stream. Again, generally we get thousands and thousands of people. CPI are usually like the biggest stream we do here. So the last one we got it was like 6,000 or 7,000 people there live, for CPI. It drops at 8:30 tomorrow. And so y'all be ready. Yeah, 100%, Chris. I feel you on that, man. I understand for sure. Again, though, I think that we got to try to be. I think there's two things that are really bad for us, right? Like two things that are really bad for us that we consume regularly. It's white flour, so like white bread, and like processed flour and processed sugar. So like candy. Sugar is added to almost everything we have nowadays. And so those are things that are just really, really bad for us that humans consume on a daily basis. If you take those two things out of your diet, regardless of what else you eat, you're going to be healthier than most people, in my opinion, right? If you take processed sugar and flour out of your diet, those are just two things that our ancient ancestors did not have access to. So they're very foreign to us. And inflammation is the root cause of all the modern problems we have: acne, cancer, illnesses, all caused by inflammation in one way or another. And so if you take those things out of your diet, it's going to be way healthier. Again, it's easier said than done. I love desserts, bro. Like I keep telling Carol, I'm from Louisiana and it's Mardi Gras right now. And I love king cake. Cinnamon's like my favorite dessert. And Carol keeps going to the store and she keeps buying king cakes. She keeps buying king cakes. So like my birthday was over the weekend, and like, bro, I had so much king cake. And I tell her stop buying it, but like, hey, it's good. So again, I'm not even trying to act better than anybody because I still eat a lot of processed sugar. But yeah. Yeah. All right, so Google up there, Spy up there, big two. We might buy the dip here. Again, I'm questioning how the trend is going to be today. We might just get a neutral sideways trend today, bro. We might just be sideways right now. Certainly possible that we're sideways today. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Contacts. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Just eat less sugar. Hey, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. It's easier said than done, though. Like I said, I'm not judging anybody. I get it. Like I said, Carol's been bringing home cakes and king cakes and cinnamon, And so I'm doing my best, but it's hard. When you're from Louisiana and it's Mardi Gras time, it's hard not to eat king cakes, bro. You grew up on it. Like my birthday was right around Mardi Gras every year. Sometimes it was on Mardi Gras, right? And so every year I got a king cake for my birthday, Well, no, they don't put them anymore, Pawn. So they used to stick the babies in the cakes, right? So they used to put the babies in the cakes. And then whoever got the baby would have to buy the next king cake is how it works, right? They don't put it in the cake anymore. Apparently somebody sued them. And so they stopped putting the baby actually in the cake. Now it's your responsibility. They'll give you the baby and you got to put the baby in the cake because they're not going to, because again, legally they're not protected. If they, somebody sued them, ruin the fun for everybody. Yeah, Palantir earnings today. So that'll be interesting. Again, the expectations for Palantir earnings. Let's go ahead and look at it. So expectations for Palantir earnings. We might stream this too. Maybe. But yeah, Palantir earnings is definitely the most popular stock today. Again, they are expecting, let's see, they are expecting 3-cent EPS on 505.95 million in rev. So again, 3-cent expected on 5.05 million in rev. So again, we'll see what we get. Here's Palantir now. Tesla dipping down a little bit, but there's Palantir. It's at 750s. Again, I'm debating on whether I should cover this or not. I might. We'll see. Yeah, so for Louisianians, Shepherd, like in Louisiana, you eat what's called king cakes, right? So for all those that don't know what we're talking about, in Louisiana, it's kind of like a Mardi Gras cake. It's mostly like a cinnamon cake with icing on the top, but there's also, they have a bunch of different fillings that you can put in them, right? It's a Louisiana cake, basically. It's a Mardi Gras Louisiana cake. And so they do Mardi Gras colors, which are like green and purple and yellow and stuff like that, right? And so the cake will be all those colors. And it's a cinnamon cake. And again, the way it works is with king cakes, you have kind of like a party for Mardi Gras. And you put the baby in the cake, right? You put the baby underneath the cake somewhere. You stick the baby in one of the pieces, right? And then whoever eats the piece of king cake, whoever gets a slice of king cake and finds the baby, like the plastic baby in their king cake, is supposed to buy the next king cake for the next celebration, right? That's how it's supposed to work, right? So if growing up in Louisiana, if you ate a piece of king cake, and to be honest, sometimes when I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure all the kids did this when they were young, I would sneak and look at what piece of cake had the baby in it at the parties, and then I would grab that piece just so I could be like, hey, I got the baby in the cake. But again, we used to buy the king cake and the baby would already be in it. Now they don't do that because I think somebody sued, and so now you have to put the baby in yourself. They don't put the baby in the cake for you because again, I guess somebody ate it and sued them or something. I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that, James. Yeah, Tesla pulling back. Palantir right there. We'll see. Again, I don't know if I'm going to stream this. We'll see. Tesla dipping all the way down to 197. It's kind of dragging the market down to it to a certain extent as well. But not as bad as it could be, I guess. We're approaching the previous closing price for Tesla. We'll see if we hold right here. So you can see the previous closing price at right around 197. We'll see if we hold. Yeah, you could probably if you go to the grocery store, you could probably find some king cakes at the grocery store, even in Florida. Like, I know in Texas we have them. In Texas we have them here. And so. Okay, so Jim Cramer, guys, here's a fun fact. Jim Cramer went to the World Series with the Phillies. Phillies took their L, lost. Phillies lost World Series. All right, Jim Cramer, guys, went to the Eagles Super Bowl. Eagles lost the Super Bowl. The Cramer curse remains. All right. Sorry, Jim. Bad luck, bro. Cramer, possibly the greatest minds of our generation. The greatest minds of our generation. JC. I like Jalen Hurts too, bro. I'm still kind of mad about it. The refs with that stupid call over the last 2 minutes, bro. I'm still mad. They did it with the Bengals. They did it with the Eagles. They don't want rookie quarterbacks to win. That's all I'm saying. They didn't want Joe Burrow to win. They didn't want Jalen Hurts to win. They want freaking Mahomes and his little dancing brother to win. Oh, yeah, for sure, Pawn. They're just not even close to as good. But they're still all right. Some of them, honestly, HEB here, bro, their king cakes are super good, dude. Like, they are really good, man. And like the Louisiana ones are always pretty solid, but like it depends on where you are. Like, we're in Houston, right? So we're 4 hours from my hometown anyway. And so it's like they translate over here pretty well. But the farther out you get, the worse they get, I'm sure. Yeah, that call was suspect, bro. He barely even touched that dude. And then for them to call holding right there on like a game-defining play, right? Like, that call basically made it that set the Chiefs up to just win, right? Once they made that holding call, because it's like you see Mahomes crying about it. Mahomes said, "Oh, he was holding," and then they show the replay, and even the announcers, like even the commentators, were like, "Yo, they shouldn't have made that call. That call was super suspect." If you look on Twitter right now, all of Twitter's freaking out, right? That's how they control games. That's how the refs control games, unfortunately. It was, bro, he barely touched him, dude. Like, you could argue for holding, but they've been letting the Chiefs get away with that all game. And so, again, he barely touched the guy, bro. You got to let him, like, you can't just never touch the dude at all. Like, you got to let him play. You got to let him play. That was a reasonable, like, they shouldn't have called that. It wasn't consistent. Tres leches. Yeah, 3 milks. I love tres leches cake. No, not really bearded. Like when they first hiked the ball, he grabbed his jersey like he grabbed it and then immediately let go, and it didn't influence the play at all. Is the problem? So like he grabbed his jersey a little bit, he barely moved. It didn't influence the play at all. It should have never been called. The only reason they called it was because Mahomes was crying, and then when they replayed it, like honestly, I'm sure if they could go back, that they wouldn't make that call. It would have made a much better finish. And they understand now that they're going to get so much heat, it doesn't matter. So I'm sure if they could go back in time, they wouldn't make that call. Spy starting to pop up though. Spy at 409 30s here, 409 30s. Google at 95 60s. Right, 100% straight. That's exactly right. There's holding in every freaking play they call. Right. The only times they do call it is when they want to influence the game, which is like last night. Right, 100% be present, 100%, man. Right, for sure, Ruben, 100%, man. And y'all could say, "Oh, well, they didn't do this for the they called they called it against the Chiefs earlier in the game." It doesn't matter. This was a game decider, right? This was a call that decided the game on a very negligible hold. You know what I mean? Like it was a game deciding Super Bowl winning call that should have never been called. You know. Yeah, Saints Rams did the same thing a couple years ago on the NFC Championship game. You know, the NFC Championship game against the Rams. What, 4 years ago? I remember that. I'm a Saints fan. I'm from Louisiana. I remember that call. Worst pass interference miss you ever seen. He hit the guy like 4 seconds before the ball came anywhere close to him. They still didn't call it. Led the Rams to eventually go on and win. Yeah, they're worried about the Vegas heat. You know. All right, guys, looking at our votes here, 48% think CPI is going to come in hot tomorrow. Again, we'll see. 48% think we're going to get higher than expected CPI. I don't know. We'll see. But it is CPI week. Tomorrow CPI drops. Should be wildly influential over everything. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. Kevin O'Leary says, you may lose your wife, you may lose your dog, your mother may hate you. None of those things matter. What matters is that you achieve success and become free. Then you can do whatever you like. Very flawed thinking. How many wives has Kevin had? Okay. I don't know. I disagree with Kevin. I would rather anybody I'm with, I'd rather them want to be with me for me and not money. Once you throw money in there, you know, it's hard to trust people, I think. You know what I mean? Let me know if you agree with Kevin there. So are you saying it's fixed? No. I'm saying that the refs control games to a certain extent, yes. And I think that's an obvious, self-evident thing. It's not even arguable, really, that the refs control games. Generally, the more famous quarterback's team wins. The less famous quarterback team loses. You know, generally. Just buy FTX, yeah. What about the Saints Vikings game? Do you mean the one where the Vikings won in overtime? Which the overtime rules I'm still against, bro. I'm still against the overtime rules in the NFL specifically. Like not letting one of the teams actually have a drive is terrible. Like that should never happen. Just based off of a coin flip. Yeah, I don't know. I love football. Like, I've been watching football. I'm still gonna watch the NFL. I'm not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is that generally the bigger cap teams wins, and I know the Eagles are a larger cap team than the Chiefs, but Mahomes is much more famous, has done a lot more publicity for the NFL. You know. Well, she didn't get the fight. Y'all are bringing up stuff 10 years ago, 13 years ago. Come on now. All right, guys. Brett Favre. Oh, you're talking about 13 years ago, Brett? Oh, come on now, man. You know. If they happen, then I'll criticize them too. Again, I'm not just picking sides for my team. Yeah, that's just a bad play call. Where do I still have this up? Let me see. All right. Yeah. Love you. What's wrong? Yeah. Sorry, talking to my daughter. What's the expected data? So CPI is expected to show up tomorrow. Bowman is supposed to speak as well. CPI is expected to show up tomorrow at 5.9% on the year. For India, it came in at no. This was today. My bad. So CPI is expected to show up on the year at 6.2%, on the month at 0.5% for the month. Nothing big really coming out today. Nothing major here. It'll be a slower day. We got Bowman speaking right now at 7. But nothing big really coming out today, to be honest. All right, Tesla just broke under the previous closing price. So Tesla is still technically red on the day now. Google green today. Again, SPY is consolidating pretty strong here. So the SPY doesn't look bad right now. So the SPY is up there. Again, let's see if it actually holds. But it's consolidating up there. Nothing really big coming out today except for maybe Palantir earnings. Maybe. We got Palantir earnings today. Tomorrow is the big day, though, to be honest here. So tomorrow is when the market's really going to move. We might have a sideways day today, too. Well, it's going to be a slower day because a lot of traders are apprehensive ahead of the Fed stuff coming out today. So it'll be a slower day today because based off of the Fed rate hike decision tomorrow. So that's kind of essentially what's going down here. All right, so Tesla dragging the market down a little bit, but the SPY is still moving up. The SPY's still moving up nicely. John, what's going on with the market? The prices are jumping like crazy. Well, Tesla's falling down. So Tesla has broken down over the last, 30, 40 minutes. The SPY is still moving up. I'm trying to see if we get, so right now, what you might be actually noticing, Shepard, is right now is what's called the 8 a.m. scrum. And so trading is actually opened up for a lot of people this morning, just now, right? So trading could have just been opened up. When that happens, you see stuff like this. So like here's Microsoft, right? You'll see random orders getting filled here. This is an actual like real price action or anything like that. All right, buddy. Love you, man. You heard what your sister told you. All right, buddy. Love you, man. Have a good day at school, dude. Love you, buddy. But yeah, so what you're noticing right here is just orders getting filled. It's random orders that were put in overnight that are finally getting filled now that trading is opening up. So you see a big kind of wick down, but it's not actual price action. It's called the 8 a.m. scrum is what we call it. It could be called other stuff too, but yeah, Tesla's being pretty volatile. It's dipping down a little bit. Google, I'm still nicely green on that one on the day. We're going to give it some time. Apple's up today too. It's at 152s, roughly right around 152s, a little bit under that. So that one's opening up some as well. Yeah, PPI is coming out Thursday of this week. So PPI data is dropping Thursday. So yeah, PPI data dropping Thursday here. It's not a scam. It's just normal. This is normally what happens every day. Hey, thank you, Guts. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. But yeah, Thursday is when we get the data coming out. So Thursday, team. Hey, what's up, James? Hey, and y'all do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. We are pushing towards 100K. Depending on how we do today, will influence whether we're going to hit 100K this week. Yeah, jobless claims Thursday. So yeah, 100%. By Thursday of this week, we will hit 100K. By Thursday. I'd love to hit it tomorrow. And if we got a big enough PPI stream, we will. Tesla just broke lows. Or a big enough CPI stream, we will, that is. I'd love to hit it tomorrow. Which we can, guys. Again, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. I am going to throw it in sub-only mode. Actually, I'm going to wait on the sub-only mode. So, hey, hit that subscribe button, guys. Again, everything we do here is free. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be experts. We don't act like gurus. We kind of put everything out there for free. And so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. My main goal here, team, like I said, guys, listen, I'm going to be real. Okay. You got a lot of people cherry picking their winners, cherry picking, their good trades, not showing you their losing trades, claiming to be profitable, and then selling you courses on it, right? You got a lot of people that are trying to be penny stock gurus, pumping up stocks, dumping stocks. You just got a lot of that stuff. My main thing is, like, I'm not a day trader necessarily. I day trade, but I also swing trade and invest. And we trade live every day. We don't sell a course. We have no paywalls behind any of our content, and everything we drop is free, right? We have sponsors, but like all the content that we put out is free. We're not going to charge you for any content. There's not going to be any paywalls behind content. It's all completely free. And so if you want to help support communities like that, which are rare, hit the notification bell. We appreciate you all. Yeah, I can kind of agree with you about the Eagles fans, but I did want Jalen Hurts to win. Man. I would have preferred Jalen and the Eagles win, but it's all good, All right, Tesla's still breaking down here. Microsoft's still trying. Again, I might buy the Microsoft dip. I could. Yeah, it's just a slow week. Now the excitement picks back up after last week. This week is a very volatile week, a very big week in terms of action. We've got CPI Tuesday, we've got Palantir earnings this evening, CPI tomorrow. Wednesday, we've got Roblox, Shopify, Roku earnings. Thursday, we've got PPI as well as DraftKings and some other earnings as well. So it's a big week. It's a big, exciting week, guys. We got a lot of stuff going on this week. Again, we will hit 100,000 no matter what. We're going to hit it this week for sure, like without question. Not even an argument on whether we hit it this week. We will hit 100K this week for sure. And we'll probably hit it tomorrow is my guess. Like I said, we get over 400 subs tomorrow. We're going to hit it. And so, hey, subscribe if you haven't yet. I appreciate the support here, team. Let's keep this growth up. Pre-market's looking pretty green. I mean, we're gapping up from about 408 to 409, 20s or so in the market here. Tesla's starting to break down. So Tesla is technically red on the day right now. But the market is overwhelmingly looking pretty green on the day. So the market's pretty green. Again, we'll see if it continues. But market's green so far. Tesla's starting to break down and look kind of red. But so far, so good in market activity. So far, so good. How you guys doing today? How'd you guys do last week? Green, red week last week? How'd you guys do? We got Microsoft trailing here. Pull back to the volume weighted average price. Yeah, I thought it was over 2 CT. He looked hurt, but that's the second time. I think they're doing that intentionally, though. I think they're doing that to open up different plays. Like I think Mahomes is being fake in that regard to a certain extent. I think he did that versus he did that in the AFC Championship game as well. So I mean, you know, we'll see. But I'm not completely convinced. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how hurt he actually was. He acted hurt, but then he never actually was hurt, you know. Two red days, 3 green. Nice. Rick's, lots of red and green. Last week was a beautiful week. Yeah, we had a pretty nice week, too. I mean, we were green. It wasn't like a super green week. It was kind of choppy. But, yeah, if you look at my, like, this is my February so far. In terms of my stats, this is the last 7 days. So we made money last week, but it was like we maintained neutral. We finally broke out of that neutrality after a certain point, but it wasn't a terrible week, that's for sure. It could have been a lot worse. I'll say that. Could have been a lot worse. What advice would you give a new trader trading in such a volatile market right now? I would say if you're new, trade small. Okay, a lot of new traders get stuck because, like, this is what happens, right? A lot of traders, what attracts a lot of traders is the excitement of trading, right? So when you first start trading, what attracts traders is the excitement at first. So it's like everybody's super pumped. Everybody's super pumped when they first get started. They're super optimistic. They're super motivated. They're super ambitious about trading. They watch a lot of personalities in trading make big gains, and they think that they can relatively easily mimic that type of, you know, trades, those type of trades. What really happens most of the time is, like, new traders see that. They see these traders posting these huge gains on social media, and they want to emulate that, right? The problem, though, is that most new traders should be trading incredibly small. Most new traders should be trading tiny. But a lot of them just trade huge because they're trying to gamble to a certain extent. They say, oh, well, what's the point of doing this if you're not making money? But what they don't understand is that if you don't trade small in the beginning, you're going to lose so much more money than you need to. Most new traders are going to lose. I know every trader expects it, but traders think that they're going to jump right in and just be immediately profitable and start, you know, every trader has the dream of jumping in and making money and proving everybody wrong and showing everybody how smart they are, you know, and proving everybody wrong, proving all the haters wrong and all that stuff, and just being super successful and say, yeah, I'm a stock market trader, you know, getting rich. But for a large majority of people, it's not like that. For a large majority of people, it's actually the opposite, which means that like you're probably just going to lose money. You know, a large majority of traders are just going to lose. And so the larger you trade in the beginning, the more you're going to lose, right? And it's better to just not trade big at all. Trade small. You know, if you can't trade small, you're just losing more money than you necessarily need to. So. So yeah, I would take small trades. Again, funded account programs can be inherently useful. I mean, that's what I use. Works really well. So funded account programs can be useful. It's one of the ways that you can like get exposure to stuff without taking on super big risks. Yeah, for sure, James. It's probably not a bad move. Could take a couple months, just look at charts. Cutting losses is one of the biggest skills you can have in trading for sure. So learning to cut losses is a huge skill. Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas, one of the best books ever. You have Mitch. I know Mitch at Benzinga. He's a friend of mine. He was doing Trading in the Zone, like a book reading study. Again, Trading in the Zone is just one of the best books that you can have. Mark Douglas was truly ahead of his time, man. Just a great dude. You know. So Trading in the Zone, just one of the best books to read as a trader. Yeah, I would just say like learn to cut losses, man. Cutting losses is one of the best skills you can have in trading, like by far. And a lot of people underestimate the significance of it. But like cutting losses is one of the best skills you can have. If you can get good at cutting losses, then you know you're on the path to profitability. But most traders can't. All right, Microsoft's still moving up here. Look at it; it's at almost 267s right now for Microsoft. So Microsoft's starting to curl up. We'll see if it continues, but it's trying. Tesla's still breaking lows, looking weak. Microsoft moving up, SPY moving up a little bit with it, but we're pulling back to like here's the range of the SPY right now. Let's see if this level holds. So I think we can watch this level to see if it holds right here. Good spot. Tesla's still kind of looking weak, guys. Market just cracked under that support level that we looked at. So I'm still trying. No, I mean, honestly, John, my trading strategy usually revolves around buying up discounts, right? So a lot of the stocks that I buy up, again, my swing trades have been profitable. What I've been making more money on is my swing trades for sure. Those have been very profitable. And that strategy entails essentially me looking for big pullbacks in healthy blue chips, buying those dips and just waiting for them to rebound. No, I've never read that. I know it's the kind of the OG book, but never actually read that one personally, no. All right, so we're starting to pull back a little bit here, team. What 2 hour seminar? You mean Mark Douglas's? Yeah, I've seen it. If that's the one you're referencing, like I've seen the Mark Douglas one for sure. Like I said, I've been trading for years and years. I've seen the Mark Douglas one a few times. You know, like I said, dude was truly ahead of his time. You know. All right, Microsoft still pumping up. Again, Tesla falling down a little bit now. So Tesla looking weaker. Toast, never heard of Toast. If it's a penny stock, it's just not something I'm really going to trade ever. Yeah, it's just not something that I know anything about. It's not necessarily a penny stock, but it's a mid cap that I just don't trust at all, unfortunately. You know. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad stock. It's just not one that I know of. For me personally, like I usually stray away from mid caps. The reason I stray away from mid caps is because I think like a lot of people overestimate their strength. Where it's like mid caps, you can lose a lot. They're high risk, high reward plays. They're just not stuff that I necessarily wish to be trading. You know what I mean? So they're just weak. Generally, I just don't like trading them, and I think there's risks in trading them. I think a lot of people overestimate the likelihood of success for mid caps, and so they end up taking big positions based off of like what they think is strength, but most of the time it's just kind of weak. They're weak, terrible companies that are overhyped, like BYND, Peloton. Like I just don't trust any of those. All right, SPY, break it down a little bit. Yeah, a lot of people get started with penny stocks, but again, people just overestimate their strength. You know, like people just overestimate their strength, man. They think they're more strong than they actually are, and they act like there's some like everybody thinks the penny stock they're holding is the next Amazon. Very rarely is it actually the next Amazon. You know? So that's the problem with it, is that everybody acts like their penny stock is the next Amazon. It almost never is. And again, you'll hear some people say, "Oh, well, most stocks start out as pink sheets." They actually don't. Like most really healthy companies, like Tesla, or not even Tesla, but like Google, Amazon, they don't start off as pink sheets. They start off as like mid caps most of the time, and then end up growing a lot more, like Facebook, you know, stuff like that, right? But they don't actually start off as pink sheets. Do you think AI is the next big thing? Probably. I think AI stocks are going to be huge. A lot of people don't understand the value, but again, if you work as a programmer, you understand, right? So like a lot of people don't understand why everybody's so hyped up about them, but again, if you work as a programmer, you do understand the significance of them, right? Like they're gonna automate a lot of work. Is the easiest way to put it. They're gonna automate a lot of work. And so automation with regards to like what they're doing is huge, you know. All right, so again, we got Tesla popping up a little bit. SPY is still up there. Microsoft up there too. Yeah, even if they're in their infancy right now with AI, it's still got some big potential with it. Like it's only going to get better and better, and once you connect them to actually like being able to look stuff up, can you use the Bing Chat GPT now, or do you have to wait for it? Can you use it now, or how does that work? You know. All right, so look at Tesla start to rip back up here. So Tesla's starting to make a move. Sign up and wait. So it's not actually out yet, I guess, right? Tesla started to make a little rebound here. AI won't fix it. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna, okay. I don't know. It's not replacing jobs yet, but I think over time it certainly will. I think that's why big money's investing in it, is because I think over time, the fact that you could say, hey, build me a component that has this, build me a component that hooks up to this API that gives me the previous closing price of, you know, any stock on the S&P 500, right? And the fact that AI, even if they might not be able to do that now, it's close to being able to do that now. And that's going to replace jobs, you know, for sure, like without question, going to replace jobs. Now, again, we'll see. But again, it should be big. Where do you sign up? I don't see anywhere to sign up with it. I'm looking for... No, it definitely creates more jobs. It'll create more jobs, but it'll get rid of them as well, right? So it'll create more, but it'll replace them too. Yeah, but they updated it with the plagiarizer protector. You know. All right, big pullback at Tesla. Look at Tesla dip fast here. I wonder what happened with Tesla. Look at the big fall down for Tesla here. Yeah, look at Tesla dip here. Let's see if there's a reason for this. I'm looking at the news here. I don't see anything yet. Maybe Bowman said something the market didn't like, because that could be what's going on. All right, Tesla tested lows and then bounced basically right back here. Tesla tested lows, bounced right back. Yeah, I don't know. I know it's arguable what the benefits of it. Yeah, how do you use the Bing chat? Does anybody know? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's obviously gonna, get rid of some stuff, but I mean, it'll create some stuff too. I think time will tell. Like I said, I really don't know, but I think time will tell. Yeah, I'm looking at Bing here. I can see on it now, but how do you? Oh, here's chat. Okay, you got to join the wait list. Yeah, I'm gonna join the wait list. Is what you got to do. Yeah, you essentially have to join the wait list for this thing. So it is what it is, but yeah, you got to join the wait list here. So I can join the wait list, but it'll take me a little while, man. I don't even know what emails I have hooked up here. I'm joining the wait list now. I don't even know what my password's gonna be here. All right, so I signed up to the wait list here. They say there's a way you could access it faster. I don't know if there is. Yeah, the Google Bard will be interesting. I'm holding Google in anticipation of that announcement as well. So I am holding some Google in anticipation of that announcement. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, CPI tomorrow will be big. It's been a slow couple weeks though. This week will be noticeably more hyped up and excited. I'm ready for this week, man. Again, y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I am going to throw it in sub-only mode since we haven't yet this morning. We just don't really have any data coming out today. It's been my channel mostly revolves around around big economic data, and we just haven't had any over the last week or two. It'll take a couple days. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm assuming that the new Bing can look up like recent data. Like I can ask it stock market related questions, and it should look them up, correct? But again, the rest of the week will be fun and exciting here. Tesla around the lows. We are going to get ready to start trading a little bit more today too. SPY still breaking down a little bit. My password is password. Hey. Yeah, AI is going to be huge, man. It really will. It'll be monstrous. Again, people that don't think it will be or don't understand the use of it, right? Like people who don't understand the use of it. As a programmer, you understand the value. And again, it might not quite be there yet, but once you can hook this up to real-time data. So like once I can say, yo, bot, look up the top 10 companies that fit these parameters with PE ratios under 30 with NASDAQ listed stocks that have recently pushed up 25% or more over the last 10 days. Once I can say something like that and AI spits those stocks back to me in an organized list, that's the value. Right? As a programmer, it would take days to create some type of app for some programmers. Like it would take a long time to create that, right? If AI can spit that out within seconds, that is the value, right? It'll save time. It'll save work. It'll save energy. You know, that's what everybody's hyped up about. Yeah, I could write a script that does that, but it's going to take me way more time than AI does, right? I could write a script that does that, but it's going to take me a lot more time to do it. Yeah, it's going to make certain AIs obsolete. All right, Microsoft at 266. All right, Tesla just broke lows again here, so Tesla's starting to look weak right now. Again, I'll see if it continues to look weak, but it's looking weak right now, breaking lows. Still very strong though. I mean, it tapped 200 last week. We're not going to necessarily expect this thing to just move up forever. So you know, it is looking strong still. Again, we'll see if it continues, but starting to break down a little bit on the downside. Testing lows of the day for Tesla right around 195.50s, right at 195.50s. Again, we'll see if they continue, but that's kind of what we got right now. Still waiting for the Bing search engine to let me in. It wants me to set Bing as my native, and I'm just not going to do that. BBBY merger incoming here. All right, guys. I'm going to mute the music for a second while I do something here. Bear with me. Working on something. I want Tesla back down to 101. Yeah, I don't know. All right, guys. So, again, Tesla testing lows. All right, guys. So I can see Tesla coming back down. Yeah, I understand the argument for maybe some potential extension into it. Like, I certainly understand that argument. Now, again, do I think that we necessarily have to pull back? No. Yeah. All right. So Tesla pulling down to 195.50s. SPY dipping down to 408.75. All right, guys. So again, Tesla testing the low of the day here. Yeah, sorry, I had to mute the music. Got to work on something over here. But yeah, it's going to be a quieter day. The the market might be sideways too. You know, like with CPI report looming. Yeah, so again, we're kind of slowly working on this. And again, SPY up to 408.70s. We got Microsoft dipping down a little bit here. Again, are y'all buying the dip? Trading without music. Yeah, we'll have the music back. Y'all bear with me for a second here, team. All right, guys. So, hold on. Yeah, so the interesting thing, guys, if we look at Market Watch right now, CPI is expected to show up right here. So we pull up Market Watch. CPI is expected to show up, and for whatever reason, Market Watch is still on last week. Let's refresh this. There's a lot of people are still sleeping in from the Super Bowl here. But yeah, so CPI is expected to show up. The main one that people are going to be looking at is basic CPI, 6.2% year over year numbers. 6.2% is the number that we really should be paying attention to. It's what everybody else is going to be watching as well. We come in under 6.2%, the market's going to rip up. We come in over 6.2%, the market's going to fall. So it's one of those things where this is inflationary gauges, inflationary metrics. Remember, we might go sideways today. A lot of the time ahead of this big economic data, people are just neutral. They don't take any huge positions. They take it slow and steady and just wait to react to what CPI shows up as. And there might be some good trades. Like what I've been doing is kind of trading the CPI report, but I'm not taking a big position ahead of it. I'm waiting for the report to drop, and then I'm kind of piggybacking off that momentum. That's something I've been doing each major report. I did it for the Fed rate hike decision. We made a couple thousand in futures, and I might do it again for tomorrow's CPI report. Again, I hope you guys tune in with me. We will be covering that and maybe streaming that as well. Still got a couple minutes before the opening bell. And yeah, we'll see if we get something good. All right, there we go, guys. Sorry, it was a bit was working on something out here. So sorry about that. But yeah, markets start to turn here. Again, we'll see what kind of extension we have. I respectfully disagree. That's all good, John. Like I said, you can disagree, man. And I guess it is it's arguable. I would say most CPI reports, and again, I stream almost all of them, right? So I stream each of them. So I cover these daily or every month I cover CPI, right? Typically, what we see is we typically see big responses. We typically see most people reporting the yearly data, right? So, like the last time I think we came in at 6.6%, expectations were like 6.8 or something like that, right? And usually, if you look at the reporting numbers for CPI, they're reporting the expectations for the yearly number, which again, if you look at everybody, everybody's saying, hey, the data will be out tomorrow at 8:30. Estimated is 6.2%. So if you look at what people are widely reporting, most people are reporting the yearly expectations, which in my opinion means most people are paying attention to the yearly expectations. Now, the monthly one is not chopped liver. Like people are still going to pay attention to it. But again, the number that people are initially going to watch and pay attention to is the yearly number most of the time, from my experience. And again, we stream all the big ones, right? We stream every CPI report every month. We get 30, 40,000 clicks and people watching it. And so we stream all of it. But again, from my experience, is mostly the yearly data that people pay attention to. But, again, it is arguable. And so it's all good. Now, where's the music here? We got it coming. There you go. Did I forget to... right. All right, market's breaking. Microsoft pulling back. Everything turning back down here. SPY's still green technically on the day. but it's not super green. I'll put it that way. Again, SPY's still down to 408.40. Still technically green on the day. Still technically green. And we got some time, team. Top of the coffee. Hey, we're drinking one. Yeah, so again, one of the ways I know which ones is going to be, some of the places I use have a popularity gauge for this data, right? So a lot of the places I use show me which ones people are essentially reporting on. And again, the yearly numbers are typically going to be the biggest, most important ones. Now, month over month could be big as well. And again, it is arguable, guys. It truly is arguable here. But I would say most people look at the yearly number. If CPI is up, is that good? No. So this is inflation data. So if CPI is up, it's bad. If it's lower, it's better, right? So a lower than expected number will evoke a positive response in markets. A higher than expected number will evoke a negative response in markets, almost certainly. It's never 100%, but most likely that's kind of what we're looking at here is higher than expected, lower than expected, so forth, right? Again, CPI is consumer price index. The Fed actually used PCE a little bit more than CPI for their preferred inflation gauge and metric, but it's all very relevant and interesting to catch as well. Housing is the problem? Yeah, maybe. All right, guys. So bear with me here. Getting ready to trade. All right, guys, bear with me. Again, kind of working on some stuff in my. All right, guys. So Tesla at 194, SPY moving up a little bit. Microsoft at 266s here. So starting to get some moves. Wholesale egg prices. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been talking about how egg prices are kind of rough. Historically, January CPI is a little bit low. Hopefully it is low. Again, I'm hoping it comes in positive here. Do you have any chart prime indicators you prefer over others? Yeah, I use Market Oracle and the candlestick momentum patterns over everything else for the most part for my specific style of trading. And again, check out Chart Prime, guys. Again, just to show you Chart Prime, we haven't really plugged any sponsors yet. We've been streaming for hours. So we haven't really plugged any sponsors yet, and we have been streaming for hours. Again, what I use Chart Prime for, number one, Chart Prime has a big sale going on right now. You can get 40% off. So what you get for this is you literally get everything for like 30 something dollars a month, right? For 30 something dollars a month. And again, just to show you how powerful these indicators are, right? Like just looking at Chart Prime on the SPY this morning here. Just looking at Chart Prime on the SPY this morning. Again, 40% off right now. So we got 40% off sales going on right now for Chart Prime. 40% off deal. You can see the link right there. But just look at this, right? Like, look at how powerful this is. All right. So let me just show you this, right? So here's the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alerts. The real edge of this, right? This is a trading view indicator service where you can use it on stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. I can use it on a 1-minute chart. I can use it on an hourly chart. And again, it's like 30 something dollars a month. It's so cheap right now. Look at the reversal indicators, right? Really, I find an edge when they show up together. So like, look at all the candlestick momentum and the reversal down signal. And again, you can see we get a drop over like a significant period of time. Right there, we get a nice little drop. We get the bullish hammer candle, just the hammer candle momentum, nice bounce up to it. Look at all this stuff show up, and then look at the big drop we get down over the next like 30 minutes. We get drops after all this stuff showed up. Look, we got a bearish hammer and a reversal signal, and then look at the drops over like a 30-minute period. And this is a 1 minute chart, so this is over 30 minutes. Again, possible reversal up. We get the reversal signal, huge bounce over like an hour time frame, right? This reversal down signal was slightly off, but out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only one was wrong. So that's like 80% accuracy so far. And I can't guarantee you're going to make money. Again, they are a sponsor of mine, so I'm definitely biased. But and this is just a small percentage of what Chart Prime offers. Again, they automatically document support or resistance, and what they do is they label them in the top, like they label one as the strongest, so this dotted line is always the strongest support or resistance. And if we cut a line through this, you can actually see why. Like, look at all the resistance confirmations on the line that they showed us here, 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 here. And so you can kind of see how accurate that is. And then they label them. You can kind of see number 6 resistance is here. Number 4 resistance is here. They show you range support or resistance down there, which you can kind of see was confirmed a lot as well. So I can't guarantee you're going to make money, but this can be incredibly helpful. And for the price of Chart Prime, it's so cheap. Again, it's like $35 a month right now for Chart Prime. You can use it on crypto. You can use it on stocks. Again, they are a sponsor of mine, and so I'm definitely biased. But again, just can be pretty useful here. And if you want to check out Chart Prime, again, you can get 20% off, but it's 40% off right now. If you use my link, it's 40% off. So again, if you want that link, check it out right here. And I use it a lot with scalping, Tiny. So I use it a lot for scalping, specifically with like their candlesticks, because like, look, if we put up Trading View here real quick, like think about scalping this bounce right here, right? Here's a bullish hammer candle showing up. I use candlestick patterns a ton with scalping. And so think about like just waiting for this hammer trigger and then catching that bounce and getting out, Again, I can't guarantee anybody's going to make money with it, but I find it very useful. But of course, I am also very biased in their favor because they're a sponsor of mine. So, all right, guys. So, all right, guys. We're also going to get ready to trade some futures right now. So we are going to get ready to trade some futures here. Again, we've had a pretty nice little run so far over the last couple of weeks. We do need to scale up our size. We're going to be posting a recap video right after today's stream. But we are going to get ready to trade some futures today. You can kind of see the market, how it's been. You can see the S&P 500 in futures. It's working. Yeah, and again, I can't guarantee you're going to make money with them. Nobody really can. But, like, you also have to understand that, like, trading is about, I think, when you consider the price, the edge that they give you is justified. Like, all the, and what I showed you guys is just a little small percentage of everything they have, man. They've got chart patterns. So they actually show you chart patterns and, like, a bunch of other stuff. It could teach you the patterns is really where a lot of people are going to find value. So... I know you guys can't hear the music. My apologies here. We're working on something. All right, if we look at Market Watch here, you can sub if you haven't already, guys. We are pushing towards 100K. We should hit it this week. My guess is we will. But it'll be close for tomorrow. We'll probably hit it tomorrow, I'm assuming. But we'll see. Yeah, Chart Prime says it's $57 a month. Yeah, but you get 40% off. If you go through my link at checkout, you'll get 40%. So if you use my link, you'll get 40% off. Which will be like, whatever the math is. So what is it, 57? So let's do 57 times 0.6 is the math there, right? So it'd be $34 is what you're going to get it for. So, yeah, it'll be fun. Again, we'll see. It'll be interesting. All right, guys. So, hmm. All right, guys. So, market might be at a little bounce level here. I don't know. So again, are we at a little bounce level? I'm tempted to buy this dip. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna wait. I think that with CPI looming tomorrow, we don't know what kind of data we're gonna get here. All right, Tesla is really breaking down. It's at like 193s right now. All right, so we are gonna look up. I'm trying to look up when we had that big day here where we made a couple thousand. I think it was the last Fed meeting. Let me go back to it. Hold on, bear with me, team. Let me grab this. Um, I'm trying to go back to when we made all that money, which I believe was February 1st. Yeah, where we took a nice little swing here. There it is. Yeah, so February 1st, the last Fed meeting. Again, one thing I've been doing in futures is I've been piggybacking off of the direction that we get here. So just to show you what I'm about to say here, and we're going to cover this in our recap video today. But what we've been doing, and I'm not really one that buys anything. Um, uh, during these Fed meetings. Like I'm not one to like really buy anything major here during these Fed meetings, but I took some small size after the last rate hike decision. Again, we came in as expected, and the market dropped pretty quickly, and I ended up shorting the market, and then I went long on the market. You can kind of see we made about 560s during the last Fed meeting. And again, we might try the same thing with CPI. I'm not going to take a position ahead of it, but we do have a cushion in the account now. But again, I'm not saying I'm going to take some big position. It's definitely not going to be something where I take like a big position ahead of the meeting. So it's definitely not something where I take like a huge position ahead of the meeting. We might do something where we like take a small position trying to piggyback off of whatever result we get. Like if it's really polarized, if we come in way higher than expected, we'll short some with a few contracts and try to capitalize on the volatility. If it's way below expectations, we might do the same thing on the upside. But again, time will tell. Yeah. So again, last time we kind of piggybacked off of this report and made some money on it. I might try it. We've got a cushion of a couple thousand in my top step account, so we're up a couple thousand. And so if there was a time to take a swing, it would be tomorrow. And again, I'm not going to take anything ahead of it. I'm not going to basically. I'm not going to try to. I'm not going to try to bet and guess what the result is going to show and take some huge position like ahead of it. But I might just kind of piggyback off of the move here. We'll see. Again, I might piggyback off the move. I'm still debating it. I don't know. And we'll see. Again, I'm waiting for it. I hope we get some good results. This month has been a nice little month of trading so far. And we'll see if we can keep up the month. Again, if you look at my actual profit graph, and this is all stuff that we're going to review. This stuff we're going to review in a video after today's stream. But yeah, not too bad. All right, I'm tempted to kind of buy the market. I might buy a little dip here. Oh no, this is the regular E-mini. Oh no. Oh no. All right, we are in the regular E-mini here, which was a complete accident. Part of me is like, maybe I should cut this, but I'll give it time to see if we bounce, get a little pop. If we don't, I'll cut it and we might lose like 30, 40 bucks. But hopefully we bounce and we make 30, 40, or 100 or whatever we need to. Um, I'm watching Tesla pretty close because I think Tesla is influencing the whole market here. Uh, but again, we will see. I'm going to let it try to work, but not let it run too much. Again, break even. Got a little retracement of this candle. Again, we're break even on the trade. Let's see if we get a little quick bounce. I'm watching Tesla and Apple because Tesla and Apple are kind of what's influencing the market. All right, we're up a little bit, break even again. All right, up a little bit again, trying to hold on to the gains that we made. There we go. Nice little pop. All right, again, we're in one contract, up about $40 on this trade. There's $50 in gains. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. All right, we'll go ahead and cut that. We just made about 60 bucks on the day. Not bad for a little starting trade. Again, we took the regular E-mini. I didn't mean to, but hey, sometimes luck is better than skill, you know? I will take that. But again, sometimes luck is better than skill, and it looks like that was the case here. You know, not bad. Again, this is the futures market on Top Step. I got a little pop. Looks like cutting it was the right move there, I guess. So it looks like cutting this was the right move. And again, what are y'all's predictions for CPI tomorrow? You know? Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, accidental. All right, guys. So market code. Yeah, CPI, guys. It looks like I could have held that position a little while, but hey, what's up, Michael? Market could fail. Yeah, tomorrow's a big day. All right, market popped up a little bit here. Tesla bounced back up. Still pushing up a little bit at 4,100 on the E-mini. I'm tempted to buy the dip. Microsoft just flew up over VWAP. So again, Microsoft just popped up over VWAP here. All right, guys. Bear with me, team. All right, so still moving up. Still. All right, guys. So market's moving up a little bit. Already came out stating CPI will be at 6.2% is way lower. Let's go. Yeah, but that's not CPI is not like the rate hike decision where we're going to get like exact numbers here. So like CPI could come out well. It could also come out lower than expected. Like generally with rate hikes, you're going to get what is projected to come in at. And then what matters more is the press conference. With CPI, that's not necessarily true. Like very rarely is the CPI expectations the same as what actually comes out. And so it's not like the rate hike decision in that regard where we know exactly what they're going to do. They have projected numbers, but it's again, it almost is never the same. And so it's never what's projected, almost never. Sometimes it is, but generally it's never what's projected. If I had to guess tomorrow, I think we're going to come in as expected, though. But again, I'm not 100% sure, and all we can do is really wait. All right, guys. So, yeah, we are getting ready. Let me see here. Put something up. Bear with me, guys. Again, market's trying to bounce. I wanted to buy the dip a little bit, but the SPY is pulling back some. The question is, does Microsoft continue to bounce back up? Tesla at 194, roughly 194. So rate hike will be 0.5 in March. Why is someone saying that it came out already? Well, they have expectations, but it's not out already. You know, again, I'll put it this way: every major release, we get people claiming that they know what's going to happen. They say, "Hey, we know what's going to happen." Nobody ever knows. Anybody that claims to is usually wildly wrong with what they claim to. So again, I'm not saying that we're not going to come out favorable, but again, we'll see. We'll see. Again, we'll see. You know, again, maybe we come out at 6.2%. We could come out as expected, but generally, uh, it's never what's projected, and it is usually a little bit off to what projections are. Again, 6.2% is what they're expecting. I think that's a little low. Last time I think they came in at 6.6%, if I remember correctly, and so I do think it's a little bit light. But you know, again, maybe time will tell, and we'll see. You know. Whoops. Bear with me, guys. Almost finished doing this. Again, I think a lot of people are probably pulling back a little bit in market activity. Rate hike will be 0.5 in March. All right, still waiting here. All right, bear with me, guys. Again, we did pretty well today so far. We got a little bit of a cushion here. So we got a little bit of a cushion on the day. And again, I'm not sure if we're going to continue to get bounces. I think the market pulled back a lot last week at the ending days last week. And so I think there's an argument potentially for maybe we get a bounce today. I think it's also possible we get drops. I really don't know, and we're essentially just kind of guessing here, and that's all good. That's kind of how I'd like it. Nobody really knows what's going to happen, and so essentially we're just kind of waiting to see what response we get. Do you guys think we bounce at the opening day, or what do you guys think happens here? Do you guys think we bounce at the opening bell? Do you guys think that we continue pushing up, or what do you guys think is going to happen today? Again, we did pull back a little bit into the open. Or after the open yesterday, where we pulled back and we dipped some. But again, I think we're still, I think midterm, we're probably extended on the upside. I think short term, we're extended on the downside over the last few days. And I think long term, we're extended on the downside from just drops over the last year or so. So it really depends on what you guys think, we're going to get. But yeah, I think we could bounce, we could drop. Who knows? Nobody does. I'm definitely not saying I know for sure. And again, time will tell. We'll see what happens here. Hard to know, man. Market could front run bad news, then rally after the report. 100%. I think we'll get choppy action today. It's pretty likely that we're going to get neutral activity today, just because of, well, frankly, just because the CPI reports tomorrow. And again, a lot of people are apprehensive ahead of it. Yeah, we got PPI later on this week, which will be big too. And again, time will tell, but should be fun. I think should be fun. We got time, but I think it's a big market influence week. So again, time will tell, but it's a big market influence week. All right, there's the market ripping back up some more. Look at this little pop here. So we got a little pop. Again, big money was in from the start rally, so they're in good shape. Maybe, yeah. But yeah, look at the SPY pop up a little bit. Microsoft has kind of been leading the market. Microsoft is all the way back to 267s. So yeah, market's been moving up this morning over the last 10 minutes, but dropping still. That SPY is still technically green on the day. Again, about 15 minutes. All right, guys, bear with me here. Almost done. Let me see this. There we go. All right, guys, so bear with me here. Let me put this up here. What do we have? I just like the normal fade. See if that works. All right, guys. So, almost done. Say bull with me. When are we gonna get the top 3 merch? I did top 3 merch last week, man. But for whatever reason, apparently the account that I built it on is different than this YouTube channel. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make it on this actual YouTube channel, but I gotta figure out how to sign in and all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Market's starting to dip here a little bit as well. Microsoft finally dipping down. I'm really tempted to kind of buy Microsoft. Again, I'm in Google, and Google's been green today. It's gapping up today. I really don't think we've had enough volume to gauge any direction. Yeah, right now it's pretty light. Again, I'm waiting for the opening bell. I made $60 this morning, but you know, folks are seeing in anticipation. Yeah, usually it's going to be slower today. All right. Well, I think we are good. Hold on, let me see. About to get the music back up. All right. Almost done, team. All right. Market starting to bounce back up. Tesla right at 194 is I want to see if Tesla's going to break 200 today. I think it could, but it needs a lot of big momentum. Microsoft back up to 267s. Starting to push up. We're at 4,100 on the E-mini. I'm tempted to buy the dip, but let me switch to the micro. All right, team. My go-to setup is breaks over VWAP, lower the day test, trend confirmations, pullbacks to major support, like good pullbacks to the VWAP and 200 EMA. If we get a pullback to both of them, it's usually powerful. Oh man, I forgot to put my banner up today, but it's all good. There we go. But yeah, market's going up. Again, I look at the VWAP here, the volume weighted average price. Let me see if it'll let me put the VWAP up. All right, there's the market pumping up some more here. Again, Microsoft testing high. Tesla up to 194.50s. Still ripping up. Nice little pop up here. Again, part of it is due to Tesla. Google's testing the VWAP now. I'm looking at Apple here as well. All right, still pumping up though. All right, market dipping down a little bit on some strength, but Tesla keeps bouncing. All right, guys, we got 7 minutes. All right, market's still pumping up, though. Again, Apple's moving up a little bit. Google's been breaking over the VWAP here. All right, good. All right, so now you guys can get the music here. All right, market is pumping up though, guys. And again, part of it's due to Google ripping up, Tesla ripping up. Again, Apple's not moving up too much, but at Google is rebounding here. Tesla is rebounding some here as well. Still starting to move up. All right, guys. So again, market is pumped up a little bit short term. We still got some time. I should be able to play the music now. There we go. All right, let's play some music. Again, let me know if you can hear it. You should be able to hear it now. All right. There we go. Gonna get ready to trade. We got 5 minutes, team. 5 minutes. Yeah, we got some movement here. Again, I'm ready. Let's see if we get some data. Or not some data. We'll see if we get some upward action or some big price moves here. Finish. Sorry. All right. So if y'all can hear the music, great. That's what we were looking for. Below 200 EMA. Yeah, part of me wants to buy the dip. Google's testing. Apple just broke down here. So that's going to be a big influence. Apple just fell down pretty dramatically, down to 150.8 right now for Apple. You can see it's pulling market back some now. Again, let's see what happens here. We got less than 4 minutes, guys. Less than 4 minutes. Sideways market. Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys. Yeah, so far we're choppy and sideways. It's all good. Epidemic Sounds is who I'm using right now for music. All right, guys. So, yeah, good luck, team. Yeah, I'm not wearing my glasses right now. I don't think it's because again, what it is, it's not blue blocking glasses. Number one, I have the blue blocking stuff on my computer already. Google with a big dip just now, all the way to 95. Apple just pulled back 2 ahead of the opening bell. I'm wondering why the pullbacks are so big like this. Strange. Twilio in a memo announces they're cutting 17% of their workforce. Wow, look at the big drop on Google. I wonder what happened. Yeah, I'm looking up Google right now. All right, so Uber signed a cloud deal with Google and Oracle. So Alphabet CEO, so Google CEO is getting criticized. They reportedly described the launch as, quote, rushed, botched, and ungoogly. Did they release Bard? Okay. Right. Is it out yet? Okay, so it's not out yet. I don't know when it's going to be out, but I don't know if it would go up or down. There's the opening bell, guys. And market started to pump up a little bit at the open. I was a little bit late. The market opened about 20 minutes ago. Or 20 seconds ago, I mean. So we're not delayed on the stream. We were just a little bit late in reporting it. But yeah, there's the market pumping up a little bit here. Again, we're watching Apple, which has basically made a full rebound back up. Google's still dipping down some. But yeah, Apple's made a full rebound back up. Google's starting to break down. Apple's starting to move back up. So again, kind of a neutral open here where we got some stuff doing good, some stuff not. Google dipping down a little bit. Apple pushing up some. Tesla's down. Ford's up. Yeah, but AI this good hasn't, SJ. It hasn't been around for that long. You know, like there's been types of AI. That's kind of like saying, hey, video games have been around for 60 years. Like, let's not get excited about any of the last few consoles because video games have been around for 60 years. It's like, yeah, they have, but they haven't been around in any type of comparable like level towards what we're having right now with AI. All right, so Apple moving up. Again, getting a little bit of volatility here. Google down, Tesla up, or Tesla down, I mean. But chopping back and forth at the opening bell for all these stocks. Google, Tesla, Ford, Apple. Again, from a programmer's perspective, the AI is incredibly useful. All right, so Apple's starting to test highs. Google breaking back over the previous closing price and starting to break 95 here. So we're starting to get some reversals at the opening bell from Google, from Tesla, from Apple, which is now testing the pre-market high. And you can kind of see the overwhelming movement now is on the upside right now. And again, we'll see if we continue to push. Again, Apple is testing the highs of the day at 151.70s. The market's starting to pop. Again, we'll see if it continues to move, but the market's starting to bounce back some. When did the January CPI report come out? Didn't it come out on the 12th? I want to say, right? Like January 12th. All right, market pulled back a little bit here. Market's breaking lows here. We might pivot to a more short bias trading strategy now with everything starting to turn, specifically Tesla down to 191s here. We're starting to get some breakdowns. There's 2 contracts that we're in right now. We're not going to take a huge position, but we're going to look to see if the market starts to break. And now we're pivoting back up here. Apple's the one that looks weak, though. Apple is effectively turned. Tesla broke down big, too. What's Microsoft doing? Microsoft's a strong one here. Microsoft up to 267s, 268s. All right, so we're testing my level here. We're break even on the trade. All right, there's the breakdown here. Again, I want to see if we flush. Microsoft is what's propping the market up right now. Apple's pretty neutral. Microsoft is testing highs of the day here. So Microsoft is trying. So far, we've been pretty neutral. Apple just retraced some too. So we're not going to hold this forever. Apple's starting to move up. I'm going to cut this and take my little $12 loss and then wait. I don't want to get stuck in too much trauma here. So maybe I'm wrong, but I'll probably give it a little bit more time now. Again, we made a little bit more. We made some money already at the opening bell. So all right, there's the big breakdown. Again, maybe I should have held, but I don't like the risk. All right, we could short into a little pop here. I'm going to short into this now. 2 contracts, maybe add a little bit more if we start to break down here. Take 4 contracts maybe. I like this move though. Generally we're slightly green, break even here. We'll see if we get a quick flush back down. But I like the risk reward here. There we go. Up a little bit in this. We're going to add some more to this too. See if we start testing lows here. Giving it time. Looks like it wants to break down, but I like the pattern. The pattern's nice. We're going to take one more position here. So there's 4 contracts here on the upside or on the downside here. So we're betting on the downside 4 contracts. I want to see a retracement back down. I think it's possible that we flush back down here and maintain this downward trend. It depends on what Google does. Google's actually testing the previous closing price, which is not great. But it completely retraced back down. Very weak sign for Google here. What's Apple doing? Apple is the only thing kind of propping this up. But again, 4 contracts are set to make some money if we do get the breakdown that we're looking for. And we already got some cushion on the day, so we can justifiably take larger size. There's the start of a break. I want more than this, though. Yeah, like I said, I like a little bit more than this. We're green, but it's not enough. It's not worth it for me to really get emotional about it and cut it. Like, I'd like a larger breakdown. There we go. Starting to get it. Google pushing up, but I still think it looks weak. Or SPY pushing up, but I still think it looks weak. But maybe I'm wrong here because this is a huge pop back up. We start to rip over VWAP here. I'm going to have to cut this. And I still like the trade. I still think the trade was good. We'll let it test the VWAP. Again, Google's still looking weak. What's pushing the market up right now is Microsoft. Tesla's still red on the day. But yeah, Microsoft is mostly pulling the market up. Apple is very kind of neutral, like a lot of up wicks and down wicks for Apple. So Apple is one of the most sideways looking I've seen it in a while. And again, we already got green on the day here, so we could take a risk into this. And if this doesn't work out well, then we can just kind of, we'll be roughly break even here. This is when we're going to have to cut it. So yeah, we got out. We're pretty close to neutral at this point in time. And all right, so market started. We're going to pivot to more of a long style trading. Market just broke 409s here, so market's starting to look good. Google's starting to reverse back green on the day. Apple's starting to move back up, so we got some time. We'll look to maybe buy a pullback or something like that. All right, so again, we might buy a little dip here, but we're gonna wait and try to let a direction confirm first. Still moving up. All right, get a little dip here. We might buy this pullback, but we're going to start off small. We're going to start with one contract here, maybe take some larger size, but that's only if we get a situation where we pull back enough to justify it here. Like if we're going to just test the range, it's not going to be worth it. But if we pull back large enough here, there's 2 contracts. Then we'll take 4 or 5 contracts here. All right, there's 3. So getting a large pullback here. We'll take 1 more contract, maybe 2 more, and fix the trade. But very big pullback here. And so again, we're pretty flat on the day so far, but we also are not going to just keep poking at what could potentially be a very choppy neutral day. If the market breaks under the VWAP here, we're getting really big confirmation in a weak trend. And so it's something that I'm not trying to toy around with the market if it keeps breaking down under the VWAP and looks weak. Google broke down under the previous closing price here. So again, I'm not going to get stuck in too much chop, but we'll try. We'll see if the market rebounds here. All right, back up to almost break even now. I tested green for a split second. It's slightly green. A nice little pop. We're going to go ahead and finally take some profit here. But a nice little green trade. We'll take a little bit more off there. One contract left, and we're going to cut it right at the top. So that brought us to really nice green trade on the day. We got, again, we bought the dip. We scaled into the dip and caught some of this gain here. So that's nice to see. We are green on the day. We're up like 30 or 40 bucks. So a little bit of a green day so far. We might buy this little dip now too into it. One contract. Take the same type of plan where if we pull back to this, we'll add some more. I think this is a strong enough sign where we're testing highs of the day that a lot of the time we'll move up to test highs, pull back some, retrace it, and then pop right back up. And so again, we'll give it time to do that. There's a little bit of a retracement here. We need some more obviously than this. We need a larger retracement than this. Back up to slightly green here. Go ahead and take some of that off, lock in that profit here at the top. Scaled out of all but one contract here, and we'll let this work. See if we can test the top of the range up there. We're up there now. It's struggling, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off. So not a bad little day so far. Built up some cushion. We'll see if we can keep working it. But again, we got the dip. We told you guys exactly what we wanted to do. Back up to the top of that range. All the way back up here. I don't know if we're going to buy the dip. Google's testing the high of the day of market hours here. But not a bad little green day for the SPY. SPY looks good. Google pumping up. Apple looking solid here. All right. Here, bear with me 1 second, guys. Market's testing the highs again. Google went up to 95.30, finally pulling back a little bit. How many? Uh, it's still testing the top. Market's up to 409.70s. Just broke highs of the day here. Just broke highs. Let's see if we continue here. Google pulling back. Apple pulling back a little bit ahead of this. Finally getting a pullback. I'm going to buy this pullback again here. So there's two contracts. We bought one little pullback. Google break it down. Apple breaking down too. All right, back to kind of green. Nice little pop here. All right, we just took half of that off. We made a little bit more from it. All right, so we took profit. That'll probably protect this to where we could be a little bit more loose. Gonna give it time. Google's breaking down. Apple's bouncing though. All right, so we got some room. We're green on this trade. We already took profit. All right, bouncing right at this level here. Again, slightly green. I'm trying to be as loose as I can with this. There we go. Starting to get a bounce back. Again, one contract. I want to see if we can get it back up here to the top of the range. Is all I'm looking for. I'm kind of looking for like a move up here. All right, there we go. We'll go ahead and take that off there. Up about $70 in the day. All right, guys. So we're getting a little dip at the top. So again, we told you guys we wanted to see a test the top of the range. We were close enough with our position there to take some profit. So we were close enough and not bad. Now the what we look for to see if we break highs of the day. Google popping back up over the previous closing price. So Google is bouncing back up um, over the previous closing price, and we'll see if that moves everything else back up too. Let me see when we can get this to drop. We got about 10 minutes. There's the high of the day break that we did get here. So we did get the high of the day break. Again, we'll see if it keeps it up. Testing high of the range. And then again, very choppy for Google, which again, as you guys know, is not like super unexpected here. Um, it's starting to dip a little bit here. I don't know whether I want to buy this dip. Let me go ahead and put the music back up here. There you go. Let me know if you can hear the music. All right, so finally getting a dip here. Yeah, it's all good. We're back. All right, so again, rejecting at that top. Again, we haven't taken any trades yet. We got a nice little green day so far, a little cushion. And again, we'll see if we keep it up. I'll start to buy this dip here. Well, just one contract, and if we dip more, I'll add to it. But we're gonna start it off with one and see if we can play that range back up to the top up here. It's essentially what we're looking at. We got to pull back here. I don't know whether I could add back to the VWAP. We're right at 409, so I'll take 3 contracts here. Nothing more than 3 though, and we'll cut it. We'll take some profit off of it quick if it bounces in my favor. All right, so again, not bad. Not bad. All right, took half off already. Took a little bit more off. One contract left. Caught the little pop. There we go. Not bad. Let me see how much I gained from the trade so far. Okay, not bad. I'll go ahead and cut that. All right, so we're up almost 100 on the day so far. We got a nice little cushion that we're building. Up almost 100 on the day. And again, y'all be sure to check out Top Step. Top Step is a funded account program for futures. And so it's a beautiful way. Like, a lot of new traders end up risking way too much in the beginning, but these funded account programs make it so that you don't have to, right? You can test yourself. Top Step, the beautiful thing is it's a perfect middle ground where they give you some pressure, but not the full extent of like real life trading, right? The futures market has no PDT rule. I'm day trading the S&P 500, and you can do that without restriction. So essentially get exposure to stocks without the PDT rule. And Top Step is a funded account program. It's the most legit futures one in the world. They give you a demo. If you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules and conditions, then they fund you between $50,000 to $150,000 with a 90% split once you're funded. And most people are not going to be able to get funded, but that's the point. It's that if you try to put up the money in futures yourself, you got to put up like 5 to 10K. You're risking thousands. The base package on Top Step is $140 a month, roughly. A little bit less than that, actually. And so you can test yourself, see if you're really ready. If you lose, it's not the end of the world, but if you pass it, there's a 90% split. And so you get the best of both worlds, where you get some pressure, but not the full extent of like a real, live account. And so again, check this out. Great way to help support the channel. They are a sponsor of mine. We got a recap of our Top Step stuff coming out pretty soon today. And so be sure to, check that out. All right, market's testing highs, breaking the high of the day here. And again, we will be back tomorrow for CPI's numbers. So CPI does report tomorrow. Been in a very sideways neutral range. There's the high testing here. The high of the day just broke. All right, so we're testing the top of the range here. It looks like we might break it again. Let's try it. Okay. There we go. All right, there's the micro E-mini breaking highs here, looking good. Yeah, so far so good. We're green on the day. I got to go to a doctor's appointment with Carol pretty early, so we will be shutting the stream down a little bit earlier than normal today. SPY is ripping up. Remember, we will be bright and early live streaming the CPI report as we always do tomorrow. So be ready for that, guys. I will see you guys then. And again, as soon as we end the stream, it's immediately going to pivot you to our. It's immediately going to bring you to the video detailing the results that we've had on Top Step so far, and talking a little bit more about the CPI report, the expectations for it, all that good stuff. So again, y'all be ready. Hopefully, we get some good stuff coming out. We will see. Starting to break highs. Yeah, everything's probably fine, but we're going to get it checked out anyway. Google's starting to move up a little bit. Market looks good. Market just pumped all the way up to 410. We'll see if this means we're extended into the open tomorrow, which it could mean that. Again, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. We really are trying to break 100K today, or tomorrow is when we'll probably break it, is my guess, tomorrow. So hit that sub button if you haven't already. We'll try to break 100K tomorrow. We should break it tomorrow, to be completely honest. Like, we should. Google testing highs of the day. But yeah, guys, as soon as we end the stream, it's going to bring you to kind of our recap video on Top Step. And so y'all check it out, man. Again, it's really dope. Green Day here. So far, you know, we're going to cover a little bit more in the video that's about to come out. And so be ready for that. But yeah, Google starting to test highs. Apple breaking highs as well. Apple's up to 152. So market's flying up right now, to be honest here. All right, and just in case it doesn't bring you to the recap video that we're doing, the premiere. Again, I'm going to post this video link so you can go to the premiere if it doesn't bring you there. But it should be starting right here. So there's the premiere. So check it out. There's the link right there in chat. But again, we are going to be... It's 2 minutes, bro. I thought I saved it to 1 minute. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this stream, guys. And it's immediately going to bring you to the premiere. Let me make sure it does. I'm pretty sure it will. So we're going to end the stream. It's going to bring you to the premiere. We're going to talk about the CPI report. We're going to talk about... we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So I'll see you guys over there. Love you all. See you guys tomorrow bright and early. Be ready. We'll see you guys then.